We've been here in Kiev for almost a week now, and we've been tracking the diplomacy, the military drills, all of it. But it's hard to escape the news back home in India. Right now, there's a big debate around the hijab. Let me give you a short recap. In the first week of February, Muslim students wearing the hijab were stopped from entering their college. This happened in the South Indian state of Karnataka. The students argued against this decision. They said that their fundamental rights were being violated. On the 5th of this month, the state government issued a new order. It does not say that uniforms are compulsory, but it does permit colleges to ban religious symbols. And since then, the situation has spiraled. There are protests, counter-protests, some reports of violence, even baton charging by the police. It's a very charged-up atmosphere. In such situations, rational debate takes a back seat. When you're emotional, you don't think right. And that's what's happening in Karnataka, you could say. And we'll try to bring some perspective to this debate. First things first, what a woman wants to wear is her choice. A hijab, a burqa, a veil, it's a woman's personal choice. The state does not have the right to interfere. Having said that, there's something else to consider. Is this choice an informed one, or has it been forced upon the women? And here's why I ask this question. Because a hijab means different things to different women in different parts of the world. In Afghanistan and Iran, for example, it's a symbol of oppression. In America or Europe, it could be a symbol of religious pride or identity. So the hijab is not just a piece of cloth. Its meaning depends on the context, on the kind of society you live in. What is that context in Karnataka? The fact is, we don't know. Maybe it's choice for some. Maybe it's enforced on others. The question is, how must the state navigate this dilemma? Well, here's what they argue. Uniforms must be the same for everyone. If the institution has mandated a uniform, all students must wear it. Extra accessories are not allowed. And it's hard to argue with that. Because what does the word uniform even mean? Something that is constant for everyone. Uniform. If you add something to the uniform, it defeats the whole purpose. Just think back to your own school days. We've all been pulled up by our teachers, maybe for a colorful headband or a bit of nail polish. And in that context, how can hijabs be permitted? The students, on the other hand, are talking about the Constitution of India, specifically Article 25 of the Constitution, the right to freely profess and propagate your religion. Today, the Karnataka High Court took up this matter. The Chief Justice referred it to a larger bench. Clearly, even the judges are scratching their heads on how to go about this one. But we're not focusing on the legality of it. We're focusing on the social aspect today. Why does every debate boil down to a woman's attire? Just think about it. When we talk about culture, a woman's attire pops up. When we talk about communal honor, a woman's attire pops up. When politicians play electoral games, again, a woman's attire pops up. What a woman wears is her personal choice. Let me repeat that. It's not an election strategy. It's not a community's monopoly. And if we are talking about religious customs and sanctity, here's something that you must know about the hijab. The word hijab appears 8 times in the Quran. It simply means decency or modesty. And by the way, it's applicable to both men and women. So how did the hijab turn into a controversial choice only for women? Thanks to patriarchy. These considerations must feature in the debate that India is having. It cannot be one rule for all. At the same time, it cannot be one oppression for all. Religious expression must come from personal choice, informed personal choice, which is why this debate is so very complicated. But I'll tell you what's not. Law and order. Hooligans have no place inside college campuses. If you want to enforce a uniform, the college principal, the college authorities can do it. You don't need refrains from outside threatening students. This has to stop immediately. So to sum up, 3 things must be priority right now. Number 1, respecting informed choices. Number 2, respecting rules of the institution you study in. And number 3, maintaining law and order. Schools and colleges are for education, not for religious politics and intimidating students. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.